Some corpses. Okay, let me get the camera stand set up here to give you guys an idea of what we have been doing all day today. Plus I have a mold filled with clay. We're not going to talk about that. Oh, not talking about that. I'm going to keep that one quiet. So this is going to be the paint scheme. Once I plug this in, there we go. What's up, good dog? This is the paint scheme I came up with. Now, YouTube doesn't really, yes, oh, Marta, yeah, oh, right, man. I'm getting some activity. I was on about 9 o'clock last night, 9 p.m. Nobody was on, plus it was the holiday still, so I think everybody's burnt out from the weekend. Yeah, this sucks, man. You guys don't really see the good detail in this at all. The paint scheme is on this, so I want to lower the lights because it just looks washed out, and it looks amazing. And the picture, I wish I could show you pictures instead because the pictures look a lot better. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. You know what? I'm going to open up my computer and kind of go to my channel. Yeah, it's washed out looking. That sucks. Need it to be darker. I need to darken those lights down even further. Let me see if I can darken the lights down further. Bear with me. Hopefully this doesn't stop the stream. I just have to use my, what do you call it? That looks a lot better. Okay. Believe it or not, I got this lighting set at like 1%. And it is really dark. But it's the only way to capture the detail on this thing. And even that's still washy. You don't see the definition in the details. Sucks, but the shadowing is good now. You can see the shadowing in the eye cut. You know, this is going to be a big one. I think this thing's going to be really a nice mass tone. Let me turn my. I can read your comments, guys. Hang on a second. What is all this? I don't know what the hell that is. I want to make sure you guys can hear me too, so hold on a second. Let me back this up. Come on, go away. Trying to get the camera to stay right where it needs to be. Now, once again, damn it, zoomed in too far. Let's see what that looks like. wish this damn... Yes, it is. Go Dogs. This is a Flashback 78. I did a V2 version 2 of it, and this is the result. I just wish it captured the real color to this. Man, you can't. It's got the yellows, it's got the shading, the shadowing, the natural shadowing in it. It's got, I mean, it really does look good. Only YouTube doesn't allow us to show the real. I wish it was 4K. That would be amazing. There we go. Couldn't get it centered. Yes, this is the version 2 Flashback 70 that I just finished. And I spent all day coming up with a great paint scheme that you guys can't really see that well. That sucks. Okay, what's up, Go Dogs? CC Omerta. Am I saying that right? What's up, bro? How's it going? Doing good. Amazing details. Sorry I've been busy. I made a moderator for a Facebook group. Pretty cool. Much better, yes. Slap snot. I was going to say slap snot. Slap knot. That's funny as shit. Slap snot. Oh no, that's messed up. Slap knot fan. What's going on, buddy? Is it painted white or is it pure white rubber? No, that's painted white. Everything's painted. It was flesh tone a couple days ago. Yes, this is the Flashback version 2. I'm calling it the V2 FB78. And this is how I spent all day coming up with a paint scheme for it. And man, it just doesn't capture on this camera. It doesn't capture the details. I just wish I could get a better video of this somehow to show you guys. I just posted, if you guys want to, if you guys can, you know, jump off and then just go look on Facebook, if you guys are on Facebook, I just posted a bunch of pictures of it on Facebook, and gives you the high resolution, so you guys can really look at it on there. You gotta look me up under John Hickman. Thanks, dog. I keep trying, man. I keep trying to go, you know, I keep going back and trying to really refine this thing perfectly. And there's still a couple things I want to do to it. Only I'm going to sell this. This is going to be the version 2, and then probably I'm going to do the little tweaks with another clay head, and then just swap it out. I'm not going to call it version 3 or any of that. I'm just going to swap it out with the updated version. Oh, I'll have this still available the way it is. But there's a couple things that I want to change. Just we're talking crumbs of clay here. We're not even talking major changes here, but just enough to where I feel like, you know what, I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for it to be perfect. And there's just a few little things that I want to do to it that would make it absolutely one-to-one. That's how close I am right now. I am so close to one-to-one, it's not funny. But I can see just a few little things that are eating at me, just enough to say, but see, what's nice is you don't understand. The base sculpture, what you have here, is in silicone. So all I have to do is pour up the clay head, make those little tiny changes that I want to make, and then put it in stone. I don't even actually have to make another silicone mask. I just have to put it in stone and then produce it as the, it'll still be called the V2 Flashback. Yeah, I'm not going to make a big deal about it, or I don't, and I'm not going to stop the sales on this. over the summer, I'm just going to take my time with that new head that I poured up and make those little changes, and then but they're just little changes that I want to make sure that they're there, since I noticed them and since I've had them pointed out to me by a couple of keen-eyed guys that follow me. And I'm going to make those changes, and we're gonna make this thing just. I want it to be as accurate as the screen used mask, as much as much close as possible. It's like drawing a perfect circle. Very, very difficult. This is a very difficult mask to make. It's probably the hardest mask, from what I'm hearing from a lot of experts. They're calling it the hardest mask to actually sculpt. The reason why the Shatner is not as difficult anymore is because everybody's gotten used to it. They know all the imperfections. They know exactly how it's shaped. They've made it several times. This is a whole new sculpture. This is definitely different. I think that, why does it look so out of focus? Maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe I need to turn the lights on and see what happens. I'll just turn the lights on, see if it puts it back in focus. Looks out of focus right now. Let's see what I can do here. Whoa, way too much. I don't know why that's not in focus. I don't like it. I just blocked the screen. But let me turn it. Let me do a turnabout on it so you guys can kind of see it. Different angles. Here's a profile of the checkmark cheek side. Let me show you the back of the mask now. Now the reason why the top of the head's black and charcoaled out like that is because when you put the hair down, you don't want to see like a white head or even a light tan head. It'll be dark. If there's any kind of like areas where you can see through the hair into the rubber, you won't see that scalp. It'll be blended in nicely. But it's the V2. It says V2 right here, V2 FB78 custom corpses. It gets Velcro on it. I wish you guys could see this in a better light. Let me try to pull the lights back a little bit. That looks a little better. Yeah, now you can see the bumps underneath the chin. Underneath the lower lip. Yeah, that makes it look a little better. Washes out the colors a little more, but you can see the you guys aren't picking up the colors in this thing. You're really not. There's yellows in it. There's white, yellow, some darker shading all over the place. It's really nice. Let me read. No, I never bothered with any of the other masks. H20, H40, or no, H. Actually, though, I'm gonna, once I have this flashback perfected, I'm gonna turn it into an H40. I really don't like any other versions. I mean, here's my mask. Here, the original Halloween one. That would be something I would do. The original Halloween 2 with Dick Warlock wearing it, I would do that mask, but that's actually just a copy of the first mask, only with the head blown out a little bit because Dick Warlock had a wider head. I would do that mask. I like the flashback, obviously. What else would I do? I want to do the H40. But I'm finding out, I'm talking to some people, and even Nag's H40, the H40 doesn't sell. And I don't know why. It doesn't sell well. Yeah, the original 78 is the mask. I have no interest in doing any of those other masks. I always thought that they were awful. The H20s, the Part 4 and 5, the mask that was used on the artwork for the poster was what we thought we were going to get. And then when we got into the movie and then saw that piece of crap mask that they used, I didn't like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know how many there were. They never used the Shatner beyond Halloween 2, the original 1981 Halloween 2. And after that, I just didn't care about the mask. And it took away the eeriness of Michael Myers too. I truly believe that. I don't think that it captures, those other masks do not capture Michael Myers at all. This flashback mask does capture it. And I'm not talking mine, but I mean the screen used flashback really captures the Michael Myers look. So does the H40, the Kills, and the Ends mask. They are great masks. All those masks are great. And this flashback, this trilogy that they came up with, these masks were really, really good. And it captures that evil expression in the face, but non-expression at the same time, that's why this mask is so difficult to do, because just a little bit too high here and a little bit too low there goes from a frown to a smile or frown or sad. You're talking little crumbs of clay just to change that attitude. The scowl has to be just right, because if you overdo it, it looks mean. If you underdo it, it looks, I don't know. I don't have all the answers of what it looks like, but I can tell you this. This is why this mask is so difficult to do. It is so difficult. And I was going to do an LC, the Life Cast mask, but I've already seen I think 2 or 3 people, maybe even 4 people now. They're actually going to make a Life Cast mask. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not bothering. I was going to do the LC mask, and I just don't want to bother with it. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to resculpt. I want it my own sculpture. I don't want to deal with replicating something that's already been done. Plus, the fact is, the LC, which stands for Life Cast, the LC is way too small, in my opinion. The face is way too small. And, to get a really good mask out of it, it'd be a 23-inch mask when it's all said and done. Because right now the face is 24. It's a 24-inch face, so the mask would end up being a 23-inch mask. Now, who the hell's going to fit into a 23-inch mask? Not me. This is a 25 that you guys are looking at right here. And that's too, it's big for some, but it fits me perfect like a glove. But it's a thick pull. This is like an eighth, I want to say, yeah, about an eighth inch thick. That's a very thick mask, what you're looking at right there. And yeah, there's only 2 people on right now. Where's everybody at? Yeah, I just wish this was, you could see the colors more. But if you go to my Facebook, you can see the still shots that I posted. As a matter of fact, ow man, what did I do to my thumb? Aches and pains are killing me, bro. Let me go to my Facebook. What the hell? Yeah, I'm on my Facebook too, and I'm telling you, it looks great. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I was looking at the. Yeah, for this mask right here, this is a 25-inch mask, and it fits me like a glove. Um, I mean, my chin is right into the chin. It's not stretching the mask at all. As a matter of fact, let me put it on for you guys. I'll put it on. How's that? Let's do it that way. Oh God, I'll have to turn on some lights though because you guys won't be able to. Well, let me see. Let's see. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, this thing fits like a glove. Hold on. I need to turn some lights on. Okay. Let's do it this way. Let me. All right, I gotta zoom out. Come on. There we go. You can see some of the colors in this close-up. Now I got a little bit of work to do right here. Some dark, it's too dark right in this area here, right down here. A little too dark in that area. I got, but you can see the colors. Now you can see the colors a little bit. You see how it's got a little bit of that. But this thing, my nose is right here. Blink, my tip of my nose is right there. Mouth is right in the same spot. Chin is right there. And it's not pulling on the mask at all. Fits perfect. And as you can see, the eye cuts aren't too big because you can see that my eyes are they just fit inside the eye cuts itself. Oh yeah. Let me put it on the other side. So what do you guys think? Do we got a ringer? Do we got a winner here? Do we have a winner? I think we do. I think we got a really cool. Let me see if I can put it next to my head. Can't put us both in frame, can we? Yeah, this is. I think this is going to really be. I mean, if you could see the color, it's really tough to see. Now, I still want. I still got weathering to do, guys. There's still not. This is not. This is just a base coat paint. This is not This is not weathered. It's I did a little bit. I got to fix that eye. This right in here, right there. It's too dark on the lower part. I got to fix that. But I think we got ourselves a nice piece. Now, it's still getting weathered. Now, that means when I weather it, you're going to see those little cracks in the forehead. You don't see that because all it is a base coat. As a matter of fact, the reason why I didn't weather it today is because when I went to try and weather this thing, my spray gun wouldn't give me a spray. It only gave me a stream, solid stream. And when I tried to, you know, I was putting it on me, it was just literally mess. So I have to get another spray tip for the spray gun tomorrow, and then I'll put this bad boy into yeah. I'm so excited over this, man. I really am. I think this mask is going to really sell. But right now the economy is really bad, and I know a lot of people are hurting out there right now. So I don't know if people are going to jump on this or not. But I know Nag sells his mask for $500. I'm selling mine for $500. That's what it's going to be. You buy it directly, it's $500. If you're if you know, it'll be listed on eBay. Yeah, eBay. It'll be listed on eBay, starting bid at $500, and then see what happens. I'm not worried about it, to tell you the truth. I think this mask is that good. I think it's really, really close. So, with that being said, hopefully, you know, the markets right now, everything's pretty messed up. A lot of people are hurting. I can't help that. I still have to make a living myself, and I'll just sell fewer. There won't be as many sold. That's all. And I can't wait to retool that. I gotta do some work on that too. So I know I'm aging, man. Guys, look, I'm getting grayer by the day. My stash has turned gray. My chin is all gray now. It wasn't that gray before. Even my beard, it's coming through a little bit. It's all gray. It is what it is. I ain't young, that's for sure. I know, I got a dark tan. I've been out in my yard a lot. Let me put this down for 1 second. Put the mask on the. I will sit and chat for a few minutes. I can't see the comments. I pushed myself back too damn far. Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to put this on the stand. That's what I'll do. Just that rocking and banging around. That's no good. So I'll look over at I'll have to look at the camera and yap with you guys for a few minutes. Oh, why is that? Why did I freeze up? What did I do? What did I break? Okay, what's going on? I don't know. Says it's on still. All right, let me refresh my channel. There we go. Did I zoom out far enough? I don't think I did. I have to be able to see what I'm doing. A little better. Yeah, I'm still losing weight. I shaved my head. I just can't stand messing with hair anymore. But let's see. Let's talk. I'm actually looking at the screen directly in front of me. So when you guys chat, I'll reach out. I'll talk to you directly. How's that? I don't really I don't like the limelight, to tell you the truth. I'm not one of them guys. I don't really care about making this channel big or anything like that, because I'm hearing more and more people saying that the YouTube is not a good place to make money, especially when you're in a niche, whatever you want to call it. Like myself, you know, you're only going to get so many people that are interested in this type of thing. So um, people want to see weird shit. And this just isn't weird enough. My channel's not weird enough, so it's never going to make a ton of money on the channel. As a matter of fact, I have the numbers. I have the numbers to monetize. I just don't know how to monetize. I don't know how to monetize it. So, and it's like the best kept secret on how to monetize the channel. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but dogs. It's Go Dogs. Definitely worth 500. Yes, I think so too. I think it's worth 500. I don't want to beat people over the head because right now things are kind of tough for everybody. I might list it at 450 starting bid on eBay. I want to test market this mask and see what happens. Now the hair's not on it yet. That's obvious. And I'm going to come up with a really cool hair scheme. I think I kind of figured out how to do this hair to get that swirl in the top of the head here. You have to, I'm pretty good at styling, but the hair has to be laid on the mask in different directions to get it to swirl. There's no way that you're going to get hair to do what it's doing on some really cool looking. When I saw the mask, the screen used mask, I'm like, how did they get it to swirl like that? You know, styling it. You know, because then you could see like the layers on the head going in different directions underneath the, you know, but you could see the hair going in different directions. And I thought, okay, that's the secret. You've got to lay that hair in different directions. Small batches too, not nothing more wider than that. So yeah, so that's it, guys. That's what I'm doing. I have the night cream. You know, now this, you know, I bet that camera. All right, let me see if I can turn this thing. You guys can look at it. Come on. That ain't gonna work. I'm doing this without seeing what's behind me. Yeah, it's still washed out with that lighting back there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some touch-ups to do on it. Man, I really sprained my thumb. I don't know how I did it, but I sprained my thumb. But yeah, let me straighten out the mask so you guys are looking directly at it. It's looking downward. Huh. Oh, that's why. I've got the lights really dim. You can't even tell they're on that. What do you call it? That looks like shit. My God. Yeah, that black on that bottom part of the eye cut makes it look like the eye cut's too big. I gotta fix that. I got to get that black off there. It's driving me crazy looking at it. I used charcoal. That's what I used on that spot. There's only 2 people watching. Let me refresh. Maybe that's... I'll refresh again, see what happens. How many masks do I own? I actually don't own... I have the... Well... I have a knife wielder that I bought in 2001. I'm trying to remember who. Ezra made that mask. I remember he made that mask. And all the other masks I have are the ones... I actually have the 2018 mask that's in real bad condition. The latex started to go bad on me. I do have the 78. I have a really good copy of the Ends mask, and I have a Kills mask that's in pretty good shape too. But the 2018 H40 mask is in real bad shape. The latex literally is all hard. It hardened up. I'm not a big collector. I'm a mask maker. I'm like, why collect if you make them? You know, if you're making masks, I was never into collecting masks. One, I didn't have the space to put, you know, to hang them all over the place. That's just, most people that make masks don't really collect them. They don't, I mean, they may have some, but they're looking for real rare gems from specific artists. And, you know, you'll have... There's a few guys out there that collect heavily, just like and they also sculpt and do their own masks too. So I'm not saying that not everybody does, but I'm not one of them. I'm not one of the guys that collect. I would if I had the space, but you know, by the time I get done making all the molds and making all the copies, let me just show you. So I've got these masks all hanging up here. That second one in was the very first mask I ever made, and that was before we knew what the H40 even looked like. Nobody knew what it looked like, and it was a mess. I didn't know what the mask looked like, and it was horrible. The hair job on it's horrible. We saw a little. What I did was I took the H40 mask. I saw like little clips of it, but from a far distance, you couldn't really see that much detail. And that mask there was, every time I seen something new, I would add something new to the sculpture. But by the time it was all said and done, that was the very first mask that I made, and that was back in 2018, 2019. Something like that. These other 2 over here are copies. One's the flashback first version on the very end. That's a resin mold. That's not a mask. That's a resin copy. It's hard as steel actually. And over here, I have. Let me see if I can get it in frame. That's a 1978 by Trick or Treat Studios that I overhauled. And then there's the 2018, the Ends mask. That's the Ends mask that I'm going to overhaul too. I'm going to repaint that. But I repainted that 2018 mask. And then inside this was one of my first copies. Now it's a mess right now, but It's one of my first copies of my Night Creeper. That's the Night Creeper. That was the first version of the Night Creeper. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't have a ton of masks. That's the knife wielder. I know it's leaning back, but that's the knife wielder that I got. And a guy named Ezra made that about 20. It was 2001. That's when I got that mask. It's an old mask. This is that's also my right here is my, you can't see it. It's not on frame. Right there is my Night Creeper 78 that I have to redo, which I plan on doing. But I really don't do a lot of, I don't collect a lot of masks because, as you can see, by the time you keep all your molds and your hard copies, in case you want to make another mold, you're taking up a lot of space, with the heads all hanging on the shelf and everything. And I've got all these pumpkins up here that I gotta work on yet, and I'm going to make my own pumpkins, Halloween pumpkins. I'm going to make them out of resin. Anyway, let's go back to the mask. There we go. Yeah, I got to fix that. That blackened area just doesn't look right. It made the eye cut look. The eye cut's on, but it doesn't look like it's on because it's too dark. Deformed it. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. That's for tomorrow. Go Dogs. Wow. I bought a DVD set from Nick Mulpagano. That's how I learned how to make the mask. That's what I first started learning. But I'm one of these guys that I'll learn it one way and then I'll come up with my own way of doing things. I always do that. I always have done that. And I watch a lot of YouTube channels, guys that are on YouTube and stuff, and learning their little techniques. I watch a guy named Alan Hops at Stiltby Studios, and man, that guy's amazing. Now he's not, he doesn't do Michael Myers. He doesn't do any screen used masks. He doesn't do any movie masks. He strictly makes his own monsters, but he runs a haunt in Texas. And the haunt down there in Texas, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm sorry, Alan, if you see my video, you're going to get mad at me. But his haunt down in Texas is big. It's huge. And a lot of people, people go to it from all over the country. And it's a big haunt. And the thing about Alan is he's so creative on how to make things cheap. You've got the expensive way, and then he shows you multiple ways to do things on the cheap. And if you're into making your yard haunted, or you're doing a little haunt walkthrough for your house, at Halloween time, you got to tune into Alan Hops at Stiltby Studios. You got to look him up, Stiltby Studios, and man, he'll blow your mind. He will blow your mind with the stuff that he's done. A lot of the things that I've learned how to critique. Yeah, and that's true. You want to learn all kinds of little things. You don't want to learn from just one guy, because you gotta find your own comfort zone too. That's another thing. Um, there's no way to really teach anybody how to sculpt. Asylum Beyond. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna paint over that tomorrow. I just a little too much weathering on the eyes. I know. And the camera, this does not show the details. It looks so washed out on this YouTube channel. It really does. The colors aren't there. You don't see the definition. There's a lot of definition in this mask. There really is. You can't see it. You can't see it. You know, you can see it a little bit better when I brought it in close and everybody could see it. If you go back a little bit, you'll see where I had the mask on and everything, Asylum. Um, but it's washed out. You can't see it in this lighting. You need to see the pictures on my Facebook, Asylum. I just posted pictures of this on my Facebook. Now I have to take away some of that darkening around on the lower eye cuts, especially on that check mark cheek side, right at the very outside, and it makes the eye cut look deformed. Yeah, no, it does. You have to go to my Facebook. Asylum, go to my Facebook, John Hickman, JOHHICKMAN, John Hickman. I wonder if I can post a link. Let me see if I can post a link. All right, let me copy this. There you go. Go to that Facebook page there and take a look at the pictures I just posted on Facebook. You'll see the colors. You'll see the color in it and everything. You can't see it on this YouTube. I hate to say it, but it sucks. They don't give you the high definition. No. Everything looks so washed out. Go there real quick, Asylum. Take a look at that, and then tell me, what you think of that when you see it. Yeah, it's washed out. You're not going to see it on this video. There's no way you can see it on the video. You're going to have to see it on on my Facebook when I start posting pictures and stuff. It's the only way you're going to see the paint jobs. You're not going to see it on YouTube. Just not going to capture it. No matter what I do, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. I do need to fix the lower eye cuts. They're just a little too dark in there, so that's all right. No big deal. Uh, Take a look at the pictures and post. Let me know what you think. What kind of hair am I using? I'm actually thinking about putting human hair on this mask. Just for me, I'm going to make a human hair mask on here. I'm thinking about using real human hair on this mask, just to see how it would look. This is my copy. This isn't going to be for sale. I'm using this to perfect the paint job on it. I spent all day working on this paint scheme, and I'm still not satisfied with it. So I'm probably going to be at it again tomorrow, um, until I get the paint scheme that I want to get it right. I have to get this right. But I'm doing a blend of different hair for this mask. Um, one of the ingredients is definitely mohair, but I have to dye it in different shades. I have to dye the mohair in different shades of brown to get it to look right. I don't like my hair to look all one solid color. I don't like that. I think it looks too fake. I want the hair to look. It's got a lot of. It's got to have a lot of variations in color in it. That's more natural. It's a more natural look, very natural look. Our hair doesn't have one solid color. That's why I'm not a big fan of uh, certain types of like camel hair. I don't like using camel hair because it's not. It's all one color, and they dye it. Most times you buy the dye the camel hair and it's already dyed. Yeah, I did see Nick's new 13. He also posted a video on how he developed it. I watched a little bit of that. That was pretty cool. Um, and he straightened out the face. Have you watched the video on how he did, how he straightened out the face and everything? Yeah, it definitely looks better. The 13 definitely looks better. He also looks like he fixed the the eye cuts. They go back further now. It doesn't look too flat. Um, I think he fixed all that. I don't know exactly what he did. I just know it looks a lot better. Looks a lot better. And but the mask business right now is pretty slow. So that's what I'm hearing. That's the Okay, cool. Dogs, you go dogs, you saw the pictures. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't look at this on YouTube and go, "Oh, wow, that's looks really washed out." It does look washed out. It looks terrible on YouTube. I can't, no matter what I do with the art, no matter what I do with the lighting in here, I can't pull the colors out of this mask. It just looks washed. And it's the camera. It's the YouTube. It looks very milky. I don't know I don't know. It's the stream. But if you go to my Facebook, which I just put the link on there for you guys, and look at it's very at the very top of my page. I just posted the pictures of this. Now I still got to fix the eye cuts underneath. They're a little too dark, and I want to do it differently. Anyway, I use charcoal, and charcoal's just not steady enough. I have to figure I'm going to use a dry brush and paint acrylic, and I'll dry brush the effect on there instead of charcoal. Charcoal just too spotty. But yeah, hard, dude. You're right. I mean, it is. It's slow right now. It's tough. Um, if the economy comes back, then I expect a lot of business. But masks are pretty pricey, and my mask is this mask is gonna I'm gonna sell it for 500. That's what the listing price is gonna be. Yeah, it's got a little more attitude to it. Asylum, the 13 mask we're talking about, Nick Mulpagano's 13 mask. Now he changed the name of his company from Handy Boy Studios to what? What did he change it to? I didn't get to hear the I don't know what he calls his company now. Yeah, the mass business right now is a little slow. It really is. I expect it to pick up a little bit towards closer to Halloween, uh, but we're not going to be setting the world on fire like we were last year or the year before. I just think that I think that everybody's. You honestly forgot. Me too. That's the problem. I forgot. He told me too. Nick told me personally, straight out. Oh yeah, I'm going to name it to this. And I was like, oh cool. And I like. No, I don't. Name's a name. Whatever gets the point across. That's all that matters. See, I came up with my name years ago, Custom Corpses. I can't remember how I came up with it. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think The Walking Dead was um, my I think The Walking Dead kind of something to do with Walking Dead. I'm very good with names. I can come up with really cool names. I've always been pretty good with that. I don't know how to do vinyl. That's the key. Horror dude, do you know how to do vinyl? Is there any? Can you point me to a video that shows how to do vinyl mask making? I've never even tried vinyl. It would be really cool. Now I know that vinyl don't shrink either, so I'm gonna have to make the mask the perfect size, and I'll have to make a mold and then seal it. Should Michael Myers be a zombie in the next film? Uh, I think he already is. Asylum. I think he already is. I think he's not of the living, that's for sure. And if he is partially alive, there's something controlling him, there's something that keeps him going. He's not human. That goes without saying. You don't get stabbed and shot and still keep getting up. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me, It's just that. So, even in this new trilogy, it takes off right from Halloween. Halloween 1 happened and he got shot 6 times. And then he survived that. Then he gets a pitchfork in him, and I mean, God, shot a couple times in this one, stabbed. I think he gets stabbed, and he's still alive. You know, I don't buy, and it was horrible what they did to him in Halloween Ends. I hated that Halloween Ends movie. I can't stand it. Hard, dude. You got to show me a video. Somebody's, if there's a video out there showing on YouTube on how to do a vinyl mask, I would love to see it. Now, the one thing about Michael Myers masks, doing this in vinyl, you don't need to capture a ton of video. No, hard, dude. I haven't seen it. I have not seen the Jason Voorhees look. I don't know what he looks like. I'll have to look into that tonight too. But hard, dude. I mean, really, do you know of any videos that are out there on how to do vinyl, or who is actually doing vinyl masks, and where do you get vinyl at? Is it made by Smooth On? Does Smooth On have vinyl? Asylum. I guess you looked at my Facebook. Is that what you did? Because you can't go by this video. You can't go by what you're seeing here. You have to go to my Facebook. I shared the link. I'll paste the link again here. Wait a minute. So you guys, anybody else that just joined, you can go to that link and you can take a look at the pictures. Yeah, you know what? Horror dude, add if you're not a friend already on Facebook, add me to your Facebook so you can share stuff like that right on Messenger, and you can send it to me directly or send me a link right on here if you can catch me on the next live. Um, if you go to my Facebook and ask, and add me as a friend, any of you guys that are on. And if you're not on my Facebook, and if you're, some people don't even have Facebook, and I get that, but you don't actually have to have a Facebook. Uh, I don't think you do to, monitor what I'm doing on Facebook. If you're going to use Messenger, yeah, you have to have a Facebook. I do like Messenger for stuff. Nick Molpagano uses Facebook for just about everything, even his lives. He does it on Facebook. He doesn't do it on YouTube as much. So, Asylum. Did you go to my Facebook and that's what you looked at? Those pictures. Let me go there again. See what you were looking at. Our dude, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I got to get a gastro bypass. June 12th, I start that process. Uh, I have to go to a nutritionist first. That's the first step, and then they start preparing me for the surgery, which takes anywhere from 4 to 6 months before they do the surgery. There's all kinds of psychological tests and all kinds of crazy shit with that. And their biggest, they want to know why you want to do it. Well, I have no choice. The reason why I'm doing this surgery, this gastro bypass surgery, is because I have to get hip replacements. I have to get 2 hip replacements. And they won't even do the hips unless I lose another 80 pounds of weight. And Ozempic is no longer working as far as the weight loss. Have lost all the weight that I'm going to lose. So I've got to get gastro bypass surgery within the next 6 months. Then, however long it takes me to drop the 80 pounds, then I got to get 2 hip replacements. But it's all good. I ain't sweating the small stuff. I don't give a damn about anything anymore. I don't worry about shit. I lived a full life. If I die tomorrow, so be it. I've done a lot in my life. You know what? You better get a hold of one of these masks before I'm not available anymore. What ain't easy? There's 3 surgeries I'm getting done. Which one's not easy? Sounds like did you get the gastro bypass? Do you know what that's like? I don't really care one way or the other. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it and get it done. I need to get my hips. My hips are more important to me than the gastro bypass. I'm getting that because I have to. I have no choice. Asylum, I'm still waiting to hear from you. Did you go to the Facebook? You have to use the Facebook. If you guys want to see good pictures of this mask, you have to go to the Facebook link that I just posted. That shows the mask in, the true definition and true color. The psychological part is the hardest. Is that after the surgery or before the surgery? The psychological part. I haven't even started the process yet, so I don't know. Um, I just know that the reason why I have to get it done is because yeah, they are spot on, man. They're right on the money. Asylum, you haven't answered my question. I keep asking you the same question. Did you go to the Facebook? Is that where you're looking at the pictures? I just have to fix the shading a little bit. That's still after the surgery, the psychological part after the surgery. Well, I mean, your eating habits are going to be flipped on their head. I know that already. I know a couple people that had it done, um, and I know that you your eating habits are completely different. You're eating very small meals. You're eating more frequently. You have to eat a lot you have to eat. You have to take a lot of supplement pills, uh, vitamins, and minerals because your body no longer absorbs them enough because of the way they bypass your intestinal tract. So your food doesn't sit in you as long. That's what it comes down to. I mean, I've been to the surgeon. I talked to him directly about it, the whole thing, what he does, what it does for you, how it works. Um, the hard part is after the surgery. Pain part and all that stuff. Should I live with pain 24/7? So what's a little bit more pain going to matter? And it's not going to be for a long period of time. The pain's going to be there for maybe a week, 2 weeks at the most, and then you start recuperating. But then you start eating differently. You're eating a lot of liquids. You're doing a lot of liquid diets in the very beginning. I heard that when you first get the surgery. Um, oh my God, you haven't gone to that yet? Where do you see those pictures? Asylum, Jesus. There's 5 people on now, so I'm going to share the link one more time for you guys. I really think you need to go to my Facebook page to see these pictures because that's where the yeah, I got a lot of shit going on. What am I going to do? You know. Anything happens to me though, guys, you guys are gonna be sorry if you don't get a mask from me. And I won't be able to do shit about it. If I don't make it through these surgeries, then so be it. I've made my peace with myself and God, and I've lived a full life. I've done everything I've ever set out to do. Um, Achieved everything I ever wanted to achieve. You know, so not many people get to say that in life. So I'm blessed in that department, that's for sure. You know, I'm an artist, and I'm a musician, and successful in both. Um, this is yet to be known. I haven't really had full success at this, but I've had some success. Yeah, I've had some success. I've sold some of the mask, the first version. You know, so I'm on my way to doing well. The second version here is going to really be good. I just think that, man, I'm still not happy with the paint scheme fully yet. So once it, now you have to remember, Asylum, the uh, the weathering isn't done to the mask yet. Doesn't have any weathering on it at all. Um, I didn't waste my time on the weathering because I'm not done. I'm not happy with the paint scheme yet. I'm still not quite ready to say that this is how I'm going to paint this mask. So, what you're seeing is like, you know, one day's trial and error of how I want to paint my mask on on the Facebook. You have to look at that. Yeah, the tints there, the color, Asylum. I mean, I appreciate that. I think this mask is gonna. Uh, yeah, that you have to. And in Asylum, you're reiterating what I've been saying. You have to look at those pictures. You're not going to see it here on this video. YouTube does it washes it out. I've tried lowering the lights. I've tried turning the lights off. I tried everything, and it just doesn't. The video just doesn't capture any detail at all. You can't see the details at all. You can't see it. Everything looks really washed out. So I know now that not to video when I'm trying to show the mask off. I got to figure out a better way to do it. I don't know how to do it. I mean, I'm going to have to do what I'm doing here. Put the pictures on Facebook and then say, okay, everybody, go to the Facebook and take a look at the pictures. That's what you're actually. That's the mask. Um, yep. Other outside of the weathering underneath the eye cuts, I think the lower eye cuts. I went to, especially on the check mark side, the check mark cheek side, just on the outside of that lower eye cut. It's I gotta get that. I gotta fix that. It's driving me crazy when I look at it on the screen here. I'm like, oh, and it was because I used charcoal and I wasn't. I didn't. I was too heavy right in this one spot, real heavy. I'm gonna fix that. I'll fix that though tomorrow. Uh, I'll airbrush it out just a little bit with some white paint. It'll keep the shadowing in there, but it won't be as harsh. That's how you get around that. I'll do some touch ups on it. Yeah, the eye cuts are pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. I like the lips. Everything looks good. I just think it's ready. I think it's ready for sale. This is the 25-inch mask, and actually that fits me like a glove. Silverado. Uh, is the paint FB version 2? Yes, this is the paint scheme. You can't watch it on YouTube. Here, up above, click my link. It goes to my Facebook, and you can see the pictures, and you'll see the colors. Can I compare it to the original? Yeah, I can. Let's do it this way, though. Let me put the. Here's what I'll do. I have to put the two masks side by side. Now, one's haired. All right, one's haired, and I'll have to take pictures and put them on the Facebook. That's the only way. I can't do it while I'm streaming live, though. That sucks. But I could put the other mask right next to this one real quick. Ah, hold on. Let me see. What do I got here? What do I have that I can use real quick that's going to give me that look? Hold on. Ay, ay, ay. There it is. I gotta clear this stuff out. Hold on, I'll grab my other mask. All right. Gotta be a way to prop this up a little higher. Hold on. That's what I'll do. Okay. Come on. Trying to get the mask to sit straight. Well, I can't get it any lower than that. All right. Yeah. Now you can see that the first flashback is longer. So it's got a longer face. It's got a longer chin. It's a bigger mask by far. It's a much bigger mask. Yeah, you have to see that. Now that original flashback is a lot more yellow. Oh my God. I can't stand this chair. And that's why it looks more yellow on the stand here. Yeah, I don't even like the eye shape cuts. The eye cuts on the they're too big. They're too big. They look a lot bigger. You know, they're too big. It's crooked. So I mean I can't I tried to adjust it. It just keeps falling over. So yeah, I'll share the link one more time. It's the best way to look at this mask is best way to look at the mask is on Facebook. I have it right on my Facebook page. Oh yeah, definitely. They're far better. I mean, I just have to get that blackening out of that one side. It looks too damn black. Pissing me off. It looks too black. I'm half tempted right now just for shits and giggles. I think I'm gonna brush in some white paint right on top of it. Just to get rid of that. I can't stand it. It's driving me crazy. I'm looking at it and I'm like, Jesus, man, it looks awful. Give me a second here. I'm going to grab me a little brush and I'm going to dry brush a little bit of white paint on that. I'll dry brush a little bit of white paint. So, oh yeah. What are you going to do? Okay. So I need a little cup. Tiny little cup. There we go. I can't stand to look at that anymore. It's driving me crazy. I'm just going to dry brush that real quick. Then I'll put it back over there so you guys can see it fixed. Yeah, that's way too dark. Holy shit, that looks dark. Might as well try and fix any imperfections that I see that I don't like. Touching up the nose a little bit, guys. I think the nose was a little too overshadowed. I'm using what they call a dry brush effect. So it gives it the, I don't really didn't need to do anything else to this. It was just there that was driving me nuts. Need the heat gun to. Oh, that's what I want to do. I got to fix this one spot. I saw that and I thought, ooh, that's got to be fixed. That's the trick. You got to do a little bit of dry brushing. I wish I could show you guys what I'm doing. Actually, I can. What am I talking about? So what I'm doing is I'm taking a dry brush and I'm kind of just brushing it off here, making sure that it's nice and dry. Taking a little bit of this. Now the paint looks a little translucent, which is perfect because it blends. Let me, I don't have my. It blends the paint in really nice. There was a dark spot right here that I fixed. All right, and then here, it's still a little wet. And up here there was a little bit of too heavy shadowing right up in the upper eye cut. And I'm just doing the outside, just the very top edge on it. That's all. And then this here, there was a little bit of a dark patch right here that was a little too dark. And what you do is you dry brush. See, I'm taking this brush and I'm brushing it. I'm taking away a lot of the paint. Now that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. I'm still not happy with this nose. There's a spot on this nose that's just. I want to make the features pop a little bit too. Gotta make the features pop. Yeah, the flashback is definitely here. You know what? I don't want to do that too much there. No, I think the color is almost perfect. Color is almost perfect. But I just want to make sure. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a lot of the paint off. The paint is so thinned out, and I thin my paints with distilled water, never anything else. You can't have minerals in with your paints. Any kind of mineral that's in the water can really ruin your paint. So you want to make sure your paints are already, you always thin them out with distilled water. There's a spot right there. It's driving me crazy. I'm going to keep blotching it with. Man, I'll tell you what, this thing's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Man, this thing's driving me crazy. Dry brush technique, that's where it's at, baby. Okay. All right, that's done. Now I can point it at the camera, have it look up at you. Now you see the eye cut. Looks so much better. Hold on, I gotta turn it to the camera a little more. There you go, guys. Now the eye cut is not driving me crazy anymore. So what do you guys think? You like the way it looks now? You're still not seeing. You're still seeing a washed out. You don't see the colors that you do in the on the pictures, and I can't really. Pipe Master, you bro. I had to touch up here right in this because it was too heavy shadowing in the under eye cut there. If you go to my Facebook, Pipe Master, I posted. You don't have Facebook. That's right. You said you don't have Facebook. But if you click the link up there, you can go to the Facebook. You don't have to have a profile. But you click that link up above there, and it'll take you to the Facebook page, and you can actually see my my pictures. You don't have to have Facebook. I posted the pictures so they're. I mean, you have the pictures. What am I talking? I sent you the pictures directly. You know, but on YouTube, man, it just looks like shit on here. And no matter what I do, no matter what kind of lighting, I tried everything, man. Lower the lights, shut the lights off, the main lights, set the lighting real low on the other. It just looked like shit. So YouTube just does not capture this mask. Does not capture it at all. And remember that when you're watching YouTube and you're watching other people do this mask, or any mask for that matter, you're not capturing the real look of the mask. You're really not. You're not seeing the real look. Pipe slasher. That's pretty cool. Pipe master is in the house. God, there were 7 people, now there's 6 people. We were building an audience here. So let me put this back next to the other one now and see what I think of at a distance. I want to see this next to the original flashback. Come on. All right, now I'm going to turn this around. There's the original flashback next to the new and improved V2. Only the V2's bald yet, doesn't have all the hair yet. How can I make it look like they're looking in the exact same direction? That way. All right, now let me try using the light effects again. I think they're on. Let me try that. Let me shut the lights off and see what it looks like. Yeah, there you go. I have the front lights. The only thing is it makes it look blurry. That's definitely improved by a lot. The eye cuts are a lot smaller. The eye cuts are a lot smaller. Man, I got this. You know what? The camera's. Look how slanted the table is. The camera's so crooked. But because I have to put the lighting on so low, it makes it look blurry. You can't believe it. That setting, the LED lights that are on those masks right now are setting is on 1%. And it still looks washed out. When I look back at those masks, I can barely see them. That's how dark they are. I can barely see them. But yet, YouTube brightens everything up like, I don't know, maybe it's the camera, maybe it's the camera itself. I don't know how to change that setting. But look at the size difference in the face and everything. The version 1 is very elongated, very much longer. And the eye cuts are way too big. So, and adding that, taking out that mess in the corner of the lower eye cut on the definitely made it look better. So you guys why don't you guys have a conversation with yourselves, or do me a favor, click the link, go look at the pictures real quick. I have to go fix my wife some food to send her to work. She's got to go to work. And I want you guys to look at these pictures on Facebook. Go to my Facebook, check them out. I'll be right back. It's only going to take me a few minutes. But I won't be long. I gotta make sure she's got food to go to work. Gotta make sure she's prepped for work. Hey, Sue. I'll be right in, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the long delay, but either that or I had to end the stream. So, the best thing to do is go to my Facebook link and check out the pictures. So, what's out? How was everybody's holiday? Most people work. What'd you guys do over the Memorial weekend? Well, that's weird. Let me click the link and see what it does. It takes me right to it. It takes me right to it. I don't know why. It might be on your end. I'm trying to figure out a way to put those pictures up so you guys can see them. You can't see it on YouTube. It's not going to, no matter whether I show pictures on YouTube or not, it's not going to show quality. It's not going to give us the quality that we need to see those pictures. You need to see those pictures. Let me think. Can anybody on here? No, you can't. I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can actually send them. If there was a way to send them directly to you, I could, Pressman. But you can't post your phone number on here. And there's no way to private message me if you don't have Facebook. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how Facebook's rules are. I don't know. I mean, they keep changing from one day to the next. I didn't think you needed a Facebook account to actually look at. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Yeah, I put it on my feed. I don't know. Let me add it to my story. Let me see if I can do that. No, because this is public. That sucks, man. Pipe Master, you still there? How can I share these pictures with people on here without? Is there a way? All right, I'll ask you this. Do you have you guys have let me see, what else do I have? Hold on. Instagram or any of those other sites? Do you have anything, Pressman, that I can? All right, let me do that. Let me put it on that. Let me post it on there. Let's post it on my other page. All right, so we're going to share this. Oh, damn it. No, I'm trying to figure out how to put it on the other page. Doesn't automatically send them up to that page. What the hell, man? It's fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Let me think. Hmm. That's how I have to do it. All right, so I can't do it that way. Damn it. I'm trying to figure out how to send it to the other page. They keep changing shit on this damn thing. I don't know what to do now at this point. Hold on. Posts, photos, more. That ain't it. See, the photos are on my phone, and I'm on my desktop trying to do this, and it's impossible. So, No, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Come on. Silverado, no, it's I just posted these pics on my Facebook uh today. Just today. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like driving. That's why I'm silent. That's why I'm being quiet, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to send these pictures. Hmm. Let's try this. Let me do this. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. I think I figured this out. Think I figured this out. Okay, so if you go to my custom corpses page, you can now see that picture on Facebook. Custom Corpse Pressman. I put it on Custom Corpses page. I posted it on there. So I have to scroll down a little bit. Let me know if you see it. I'm posting them one at a time. It's the only way I can do it. Posting the pictures. Jeez, what a pain in the neck. Because I got to copy and paste it from one page to the other. And it's not making it easy, that's for sure. This is the last one I'm going to send up there. There you go. I sent 3 pictures onto the Custom Corpses page on Facebook. So you guys can now see them. And I think it's because it's more of a public domain, the separate page. There's 4 pictures. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 pictures on there. Okay, cool. All right, now refresh and go to my Facebook page where it says Custom Corpses page. Now it's more public. Now you can see it. Yeah, I mean that's why I say you can't look at this on video, and this video is not good. It looks pasty white. It looks awful. That's not doing this paint job any justice at all. You have to look at the pictures. It's the only way. For those of you that don't have Facebook, you can go to Custom Corpses. You know what? Let me do that. Let me copy that link and put that on there. All right, let me copy that link. That's what I'll do. Hold on. I have to go to my page, go to Custom Corpses. I gotta click on it again. Copy. Let's try this now. All right, now click that link. That should take you to my Custom Corpses pages to look at the new pictures that I just put up. Just scroll down, and I had to do one at a time, so there's one picture at a time. But you can actually see the colors and everything that are in the mask. It's crazy. YouTube does not capture that at all. Hey Sue, I have your meal sitting on the counter. I took out the sausage and peppers and onions and mushrooms, and I added a little red sauce to it and some cheese. Just warm it up, and then there's two things of rolls in tinfoil. Should be pretty good. Okay, have you guys had any luck seeing these pictures yet? I didn't send them all on there. There was another 2 or 3 pictures that I didn't put on there. But it gives you the general idea of what it looks like. And I just fixed the outer eye cut. I painted in some of that so it looks more accurate. Okay, so who's on with me still? It says 5 people. And that's including me, so there's 4 other people on here. Who's on? I'm running out of steam. I haven't eaten my dinner, and I'm getting very, very tired. As you can tell, I'm yawning. But I spent all day out there putting this paint scheme together. And, you know, it was just a trial and error. I painted it like 3 or 4 times to get it where I wanted it. You know, I just tried different things and see what I liked. And Silverado, okay, you've seen it, right? That's what you're saying. You saw that. You see the work. Yeah, you can't see it on YouTube. It just doesn't capture it. Doesn't capture it. Oh God. The video doesn't grab it. I hope so. Go Dogs. I hope it's a masterpiece. I hope a lot of people love it and they want to, you know, purchase it. I'm going to sell this sucker for 500. That's what the asking price will be. I'll put it on eBay at 400. I'll list it at 4 as a starting bid, and then see where it goes. And the first couple of masks, I want to see how high. I want to see, you know, how high it'll go. So I'm not going to put a buy it now on there. But in the next, you know, the first couple of masks, it's a test. It's basically how you test market something. You want to see if, you know, people are really willing to spend a lot of money on it. You know, if they see it, they like it. They're, you know, if it creates a little bidding war, great. If it doesn't, I don't know. I don't have my hopes too high because the economy's bad. I don't doubt my work. I think the work is awesome. I do. I think this mask is really close to the screen used mask. It's just that people are really tightening on their wallet. They're not spending a lot of money and they're not buying masks. I'm hearing it throughout the mask community that the mask business is really kind of off right now. But it's also early in the season. As we get closer to Halloween, I think there's a better chance of, you know, selling quite a few of these. but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Um, I think the eye cuts are right on the money. It definitely has the look that I'm after. I got a clay head for some real minor crumbs of clay adjustments that I want to do to it to make it look even more accurate. But I I'm not going to change the version of it, or I'm not going to say version 3 or any of that. I'm just going to say, okay, guys, I did the updates to it. Take a look at it, and this is this is the updated version of it. It's updated. You can still get these versions. You can still get the flashback version 1 if you want it. But remember, it's a fairly big mask, and the eye cuts are a little oversized. I like this. I like the version 2 a lot more. It's just the lips look better. Yeah, with the hair done and everything, it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. It really is. I think it's going to really look good. Oh yeah. I think it's going to be an awesome mask. Now I just did. If you look at those pictures, I just fixed the lower checkmark cheek side eye cut. The lower eye cut was way too dark, and you can see that in those pictures. Well, I already dry brushed it. I dry brushed it and fixed it. It's in this video right here. If you zoom in, I don't know if you can zoom in, but I fixed that darkened area by a lot. I fixed it so it looks good. Oh yeah. Well, guys, I'm really burning out here. I'm tired, man. I wanted to share that with you. Now you can look at it on Facebook. Um, I'm getting sleepy. I'll do a little more with this tomorrow to weather it. I want to weather it yet. I want to still weather it. And see how this looks once it's weathered too. You know what I mean? Yeah, when it's underlighted, it looks totally different. You know, and the pictures don't lie. It's the pictures are very accurate to what you're saying. Um, the colors are all there. It's just when you're on YouTube, it's getting washed out. And I mean, I put it on such low lighting, and I still can't get a good. Uh, it's all washed out still. It might be the phone though. I might have to set the phone up differently. I might have to put the phone on. I think that's the key. Hold on. Oh, how can I do that? No, can't do that on YouTube. YouTube has its own setting. It just doesn't. Although, does it use my camera? I don't know. I have to figure that out, man. I really do. Uh, there's a setting on my phone. I don't know. I will. Go Dogs. I'll be going on probably tomorrow night. I'm going to show off the improvements that I do to this mask. Somehow, some way, I've got to get a better video on this. I'll take a bunch of good pictures of it. Um, Outside first, and I'll post it on my Custom Corpses Facebook page. This way it's open to the public and people can click onto it when I share the link, and you'll be able to see the new pictures. That's what I'll do tomorrow. Because you don't capture it on YouTube. You cannot see the details at all on YouTube. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look good to me. It doesn't look the same. And I still want to add a little more yellowing to it. I think I can improve it by adding a little more yellow to it. As you can see, the side-by-side shot on YouTube right now, live, my other mask is a little more yellow of my first version, a little more yellowing, and I think I want to do that. A little more yellowing to the mask, because that's how the screen used mask is. It's more yellowish, but you still got to have those features popping. You still need them popping. But I'm going to say goodnight, guys, because I am really tired and I've got to get something to eat. I'm starving. I've got to eat. I'm hungry. But let's say goodnight. And I still got the 24-inch in progress right now. I've got the mold made. So we're going to see how that 24 turns out once I make a latex mask out of the 24. And then I have to send both of these masks up to Pipe Master just to try them on before I hair them. Because my reason is I want him to try it on. He has a small head. And I want him to try on the masks. He lives close to me. He's like right in Philadelphia. I want him to try on the masks. And then he's going to pick the one that fits the best. And if the 24 is too small, he'll probably go with the 25. I'm thinking he's going to use that 25. I do. I think he's going to want that 25. Now, the 25 I think is a little shy of 25. I think it's like 24 3/4 is what it is. All right, so I'm going to send him both of these masks up. Let him try them on, and then have him mail them back and tell me which one it is that fits him the best. Now, all you guys that are getting free masks, heads up. I'm making customized labels on the inside of the mask. I'm going to hand sculpt them, and it's going to be Asylum Beyond. It's going to say Asylum. Asylum Edition. All right, that's what it's going to say in a custom sculpt and a nameplate that's going to go inside the mask. All right, it's a special thank you for all you guys that have worked with me to get to this point, and you're going to have a copy of this, and you're going to have a badass mask, man. You're gonna really love this mask when it's done. And I don't have the paint scheme perfect yet, but when I get it down where I want it, that's what I'm going to be using. And when it's perfect, that's when I'm going to start producing the mask and start selling the mask. I want it perfect. I definitely want this thing nailed as best as possible anyway. So, all right, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I have to get off of here. I have to get some, I got to get some food, and I'm ready to call it a day, man. I worked my ass off today. Man, you can't believe how dark that is. That is so dark back there. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight, guys, and peace, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll be on. Bye-bye.